Okay, so I wanted to do a really quick video while I got my equipment set up and everything on the size difference between the Spyderco PM2 and the Paramilitary 2. I first bought the PM2 thinking it was going to be, just the perfect all-rounder knife and work well for me. It gets a lot of great reviews on the internet. It's a fantastic knife. It was actually created because the PM2 is a little bit on the larger side for an everyday carry knife, and people wanted a slightly smaller option, and that's exactly what it is. But when I was getting it, I had kind of a hard time deciding between the two. Part of the motivator for me to do the PM2 was the PM2 was not really in stock. Right now on like Blade HQ, as I'm recording this at least, you've got an option for the PM2 or the PM3 in S45VN and Black G10. Great configuration, so I'd highly recommend. But I just wanted to do a little bit, talk a little bit about my experience with the size difference and kind of what I would recommend for you. So I'm 6'3" and I have pretty large hands, and by large I mean like length of them. I don't have much like weight or meat to my hands necessarily, but finger length and like palm width and that sort of thing, my hands are on the larger side. I find that with the Paramilitary 2, PM2, whatever, in this grip it's very comfortable, and all my fingers can sit inside there, and my thumb sits comfortably behind the Spidey hole at the thumb ramp. Then when I come up here, my thumb doesn't have quite as much space, so it'd be good for like a pushing grip or to kind of pull through something. I could kind of sit like that, or I could do like a pinch grip, which I do a lot. Very comfortable in any of those configurations. It just works really well for my hand. The PM3, on the other hand, is a little bit cramped. When I hold it like this, my pinky sits right there, not exactly where it's supposed to. It doesn't fall off the back of the knife, but it doesn't sit inside there. It sits kind of on top of there, which isn't ideal. It's okay. And then here, I feel like my thumb wants to sit on top of the Spidey hole when I go up into that choked up on the choil hold. Just doesn't work as well ergonomically for my hands. I think that brings me to the weirdness about these two knives, and that is I prefer the size of the PM3. I think it's enough blade. It's nice to have that extra reach that you get with the PM2, but I think this is enough blade for me. It's enough blade and it's enough handle, but I don't think the ergonomics of the handle fit my hand very well. So I think for someone my size, 6'3", 200 pounds, I would say the ergonomics of the PM2 are better. I like the size of the PM3 better, if that makes sense. So I think this is a better EDC size, but this has better ergonomics. I would say for someone who might be, maybe you're like 5'8", 5'10", something like that, and just have slightly smaller hands, or you just have thinner fingers, I think it's like the length of your hands is really going to make a difference just because of like where your thumb sits and that sort of thing. So maybe, yeah, if you're on the shorter side or just have smaller hands, then I think the PM3 is a great option, and is probably going to fit your hand a lot better. But I just wanted to weigh in a little bit. Maybe you're like thinking about these two, but really don't know how big they are. I guess I could do like size comparisons, but honestly, everyone is going to see them against the Bug Out and other knives. Here's a $1 bill and a quarter just so you can have an idea of how big they are. Yeah, size of this one's better. ergonomics of this one are better. Honestly though, like, if you look at it, there's really not that much difference in the closed size. So yeah, I'm willing to like deal with the fact that there's that much more in my pocket, and oh well, get a lunch clip, it'll make it way better, I promise. Or MXG or whatever, just not the crappy one that comes with it. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video because I don't want this one to be a long one, but yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit if you're trying to decide between the two. Yeah, thanks for watching. See ya. Adios.